was downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Start. Put in the masjid.
Yeah. Yeah.
No such a reason. That's a good job.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله تعالى فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد، يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وقائدنا ومعلمنا محمد عبد الله ورسوله وصفيه وخليله وخيرته من خلقه أجمعين. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الأمة. فاللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين ومن تبع هداه واستنى بسنته وسلم تسليما كثيرا. ثم أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, tonight, the 3rd of December 2023, 19th of Jumad 1st, 1445, of the Hijrah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He used to get revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala via the angel Jibreel alayhi salam. Sometimes he used to feel happy from this information from Allah, and sometimes he used to cry. For example, he was with I think Abdul Rahman ibn Auf or Zubair ibn Awwam radiallahu anhum. He was coming to Medina, walking or riding, I think riding a camel. And before the Masjid Nabawi, we've been before, if you remember in Medina, we've been to this masjid before. Before he arrived to his Masjid Nabawi, he came out or go down from the camel, and make sujood, prostrate. Zubayr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, if he's Zubayr, he said, I thought he's dead. Very, very, very long sujood. And if you know, if you remember when we talk about the Inna A'tainaka al-Kawthar long time ago, I said this ayah was good news or glad tidings news from Allah to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when his fourth or third son died in Mecca. When he died in Mecca, and he used to have only 4 daughters. Boys, Al-Qasim, Ibrahim, they all died very young. So he heard Quraysh people, kuffar, they said, this is the punishment from our gods. And they said, this is very important. And they said, when he dies, when Muhammad dies, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nobody will mention him at all. You know, for example, now, I've seen your father, may Allah forgive him, God Rahman, Hussein. Yeah? Hussein, now, he passed away. He has Majid. Majid, half Ibad or Abid. Abid, half Umar. Umar will have another one. So your name will be repeated for a long time. And maybe after 1,000 years, Majid or Nasim, it will become the tribe name. The tribe name, never know. So they said, this is punishment from God. No one will mention his name after he died. There is no children to say, this is the great grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No boys. Women cannot take the name of the father. Her children, they cannot take the name of the father of the woman. Not like England here or Britain. If women done zina with anyone and then he left her, seaman or flyer or after 9 months she delivered baby, what do you want to call him? Adam. Surname? Mine. His mom's surname, because he has no father. But in Islam, it's haram to call the boy or the girl, haram to give them a name apart from their original father name. If you don't know, say he is Adam, son of Abdullah. We are all Ibadullah. We are all the servant and slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when they said, no one will mention his name, he was very, and not angry, he was very sad. Because 50% they are right. Not our punishment from our gods, no. They were right. When I'm dying, no one will mention my name. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, and he said to him, Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. Inna, back to the Almighty Allah. Inna, we gave you the Kawthar. What is the Kawthar? A river in Jannah. If anybody drink from it, he will not be thirsty at all. And in the day of judgment, we call it the pool, Hawd. Prophet ﷺ, when people comes to him to hug him, kiss him, and they ask him from his hand, can I drink from your hand, Ya Rasulullah? So Allah said, we gave you the Kawthar. Pray to your Allah. Pray. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. Pray for your God and then slaughter your qurbani if it's Eid time. So Allah said to him that don't worry about what they said. إِنَّ شَانِئَكَ هُوَ الْأَبْتَرُ. An abtar in Arabic is something being cut. So Muhammad, son of Abdullah, son of Abdul Muttalib, son of Hashim, son of Abdul Manaf, all these names ended by Muhammad. Khalas, cut. There is no names. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him, those who talk about you, that you will not be mentioned, they will be cut in dunya and in akhirah. So when, after a few years, 6-7 years, he immigrated to Medina. He immigrated to Medina Munawwara. And then he established the state of Islam, Medina, with an agreement or treaty. This treaty in Medina, I wish the non-Muslim and Muslims read it. It's amazing. When you compare it to the human right in the United Nations Constitution, yes, you will find the United Nations rubbish. Completely rubbish. Because the human right in the United Nations or any other rights, like now the United Nations, they are watching like this to Palestinian Muslims killed every day. And they look at how many, 500, how many is there? How much total? 14,000. Netanyahu, hurry up, finish your mission quickly. Yeah? He needs some money. Transfer. German, Dutch, Denmark, British, France, America, all those flying there to finish your mission. Okay? But when they look at Ukraine, oh my God, look at this little child. Oh, he's cute, died. Oh God. Haram. We will help you. Russia and Putin, they will pay high price for killing innocent children. What about those? So that's why in the United Nations, if you see the Constitution, you will see it compare of the treaty, which is the Constitution of Rasulullah in Medina. First week he arrived, can you believe it? He never ever went to university or school. Never. He doesn't know even alif, ba, ta. Never. Doesn't know it. He doesn't know hisab, maths. But it's revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his heart. نزل به الروح الأمين على قلبك. So the Quran revealed on his heart. He done a treaty because he found Medina multicultural and different religions. That's very important. That is very important. What do you mean different religion? Medina, Yahud, the Jews, there for a long time. Why they are there? Because in the Torah it's been mentioned that the last prophet after Prophet Musa and Isa, there will be someone will immigrate to a city surrounded by two great mountains, Uhud and Ir. And this city, which is surrounded by two great mountains, full of palm tree in the middle. Full of palm tree. Full of palm tree in the middle. So they start sending people to find out where is that place. Some they say in Iraq, where now we find thousands of Yahud in Iraq. Some they remain in Palestine because palm tree and the mountain of Zaytun closer to it. But 2 tribes or 3 or 4, 5 tribes, they remain in Medina, Yathrib. They say that is the closest description in the Torah. So when the Prophet ﷺ came to Medina or Yathrib, the name before, he came with a new religion to them. So Islam there, idol worshipper, stones, clay, they made it like a man, like a woman, they put gold in it, and then they say this is our God. Okay? So atheists you find there. 4th, Yahud, Jews, you will find there. Christian, you will find there. So because of this, the Prophet ﷺ, he did not deal with people like in the jungle. Lion follow the deers. Tiger follow the cows. Jaguar follow the foxes. This is the jungle. So the Prophet, people think that, 1445 years ago, what are they doing? There is no law, there is no education, there is no university, there were no PhD, there were no professor, there is no law, there is no United Nations, there is no. So how this man, illiterate, doesn't know how to read and write, and he established the state of Islam in 5 days. He called the leaders of each tribe and each religion. What they said? He said to his cousin, read. Now all of you here, the idol worshipper, the Arab is there. Some they worship, very few, they worship the fire, the Jews. Very few. They came from Iran, which is Khorasan, and Bilad Faris, and the Jews there, their representative there, the Rabbi. Christian, Arab Christian, you'll find the priest there. So all religious, as they say, leaders, they were in the meeting of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then he said to Ali, read it. Read. So Ali, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Those leaders, they were impressed. Why? The Christian will say, what this man talk, even in Bible, there is nothing like that. The Jewish rabbi, he said, what this man said, even in Torah, you can't find. Fire worshipper, the Jews, same. Where does this man get this information? Which is, for example, it's a long, just write Treaty of Medina in Google. Treaty of Medina. See the conditions to give everybody freedom. Freedom. Listen. Freedom of whatever you want to worship, worship. There is no chapter there or article say all of you must be Muslim if you want to stay in Medina. There is none. Everybody has the right to keep his religion. No one can force anyone to follow his religion. You can buy and sell, but no cheating. Weight the right measurement. When any enemy attack us to Medina, enemies, they are invaded Medina. We are inside Medina. Then all of these religions must support us because it's their city. But if we, the Prophet talked about himself and the Muslims, if we went outside Medina to fight, then you don't interfere because that's not your business. We are not alliance or conditioned to come and fight with me. No. Look, the freedom of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave it to them. It's amazing. Now, somebody will say, oh, that's the United Nations, they do it. Yes, they do it. Freedom. But when any decisions being taken or suggested for the Zionists and the majority, all countries with this decision, but United Nations, they say we have veto. خلاص. Is this freedom? There's no freedom. France, I think France, United Kingdom, Russia, and who won in the Second World War? Those who won the Second World War, they established the United Nations. And the location of the United Nations, I wish everybody read what was that location used to be. Shame. If you read it, the United Nations, how it was established, it's a shame. Just read it, I can't say it, because people listening, it's very shameful. What was the location of the United Nations? When they finished the bingo, they start sorting people issues out, because those are the rich between each other. Read the story of founded or establishing the United Nations. So the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned that you worship whatever you want to worship. No one will force you. Okay? But in the same time, you are not allowed to drink, for example, alcohol in the street, even if this one before forbidding the alcohol. Also, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said in one article, if Muslims, now Muslims before used to be little group in Mecca, now bigger group in Medina. And then themselves now mix from Arab of Medina, Aus, the tribe called Aus, the other one Khazraj, another tribe. Some they were Christian, people of Mecca, they used to worship the idols, stones, and Salman al-Farisi came from Bilad al-Faris. Suhaib al-Rumi from Iraq, because Iraq, it was a Christian country before, and then they converted to Majus. So the Prophet now, all of those, called them Muslims. Not saying people of Mecca, people of Medina, tribe Aus, tribe Khazraj, people of immigrated from Bilad al-Sham or Rome. No, we are now one. We are one. He said, if one invaded or tried to invade Medina, anyone, any army, any power, they coming to attack and invade Medina, Muslims, if he comes to do it with any other religious or background or tribe, we have two things. We suppose and must fight with them because they are invaded Medina, and I live in Medina. Secondly, if I let them down, for example, they invaded Medina just to take the Jews out. Okay? And the Prophet heard about that. They said, Ya Rasulullah, big army come to take the Jews outside Medina. Nothing to do with me. I'm only representative Muslims. Yeah? If this happened, what is the condition the Prophet put? If this happened, that means anyone in Medina being attacked and the other tribes, they said nothing to do with us or supported those who come from outside, then the punishment is to leave Medina completely. Is this clear? It's very important. Is this clear? Mafhum?
To be fired, huh?
Yes. Mafhum? Understand, Ifi? You understand this point? Because why I'm saying this? Because you've heard Prime Minister of Zionists in Palestine, when they used to say, oh, Muhammad kicked our great-grandfathers from Medina. He took their farms, he took their trees, he took their money, and they kicked them out. That's not true. The fact is, they betrayed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when Mecca, in the third battle, the trench, they dig it, yes. The Yahud inside, they wrote to the people of Quraysh that we are with you. We will do like revolution inside. We'll do coup inside. And you attack from outside. That means like cheese sandwich. One Yahud here, Kuffar here, Medina Makkah, Prophet and Sahaba in the middle. So when the Prophet ﷺ, he sent one of the Sahaba who had relationship business partners with some of the Jews in Medina. He said, go and call them. According to the Treaty of Medina, you must support us in this fight. The Sahabi, left to call them. They have castles, big castles. Knock the door. You've seen the tribe leader is there by. Oh, he's my friend, open the door. He came to them. What do you want? Do you want tea, coffee, for example? I don't want to eat. Now there is a war, and we and you, we sign agreement if some group or army invaded Medina to target one sect or one religion or one tribe, everybody in Medina must support each other. So they said, to be honest with you, we want to support Muhammad, but, this is what is very important, but we've seen he is fighting his cousins. Cousins fight each other. So, it's not our mission to interfere between cousin fighting. Very clever. They're very clever. When you two fight, is your cousin, and then I say to the English or Welshman, help! He said, they're Pakistanis and Muslims, nothing to do with me. That is the meaning. So they said to him, we signed the agreement to support Muhammad if anyone attack any group in Medina, but this is, we can't do it because he is fighting his own people, his own family. We feel shy to support him. Then he said to them, okay, Prophet said to you, then don't become against us with them. Okay, you don't want to support us? Okay, we accept your apology. But don't support them or write to them information about how many here, how many there, where is the Prophet place, where is the Sahaba place, where is the water, where is the well, where is the woman, where is... Don't tell anything. They said, oh, yeah, definitely. When he left the Sahaba, he went to all tribe of Yahud. Bani Qaynuqa, Bani Qurayza, Bani Nadir. So they said, yeah, we're not fighting against his family and we are not involved with them. Because we are Jews worship God, Allah, and those Mecca people, they worship idols, so they are different. Even if few years ago, before the immigrant of Rasulullah, when they sent someone from Mecca, ask the Jews, Quran. They said to him, Muhammad say this and this and that. Is this true or not? So, a rabbi came to answer the questions, but the Abu Jahl, in front of everyone. Now, this rabbi, he knew that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. And he knew that Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, who Muhammad talked about, is the same one the Jews believe. Same Allah. Different. They said, we worship Allah, but in the way of Musa. And the Prophet say, if Musa, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if Musa came back to life, he will follow me. Not the other way around. That's it. And the rabbi, he knew that the Muhammad is the Prophet, and he knew that the Allah he's talking about is the same. But look how the plan and cunning and denying. Abu Jahl, in front of all people of Mecca, they said, oh Muhammad, you told us that the Jews and Christians know my haqiqah, my fact, my mission. It's written in the Torah and written in the Injil or Bible. It's been written there. It is written. So he said to them, Rasulullah, he said, Abu Jahl, he said, Muhammad said, the Allah we worship is the same God Yahud worship. and Christian worship. Okay? So, what do you think, saint or rabbi? Who is better? Now, in front of everyone, Rasulullah ﷺ watching, some Sahaba watching, Haram Sharif at that time, there were no fences, people from everywhere, they want to listen, because Rasulullah ﷺ, he told them that the Yahud and the Christian, they know that I am the final prophet, and they know Allah I worship, it's the same Allah they worship. He knew it, and he said it to them. So Abu Jahl said it freely. What did he say? To the Rabbi, oh Rabbi, I want one question. Which is better God? Our God or Muhammad God? What did he say? Your God better than Muhammad God. Your God, and that is not something I make it up or made it up or in history. No, it's in the Quran. Allah said, they asked each other, who is the better religion? They said, your religion, you worship idols, yeah? Your religion better than Muhammad's religion. They are liars. Allah said they are liars. But if they say it, which is the truth, if they say the God of Muhammad is the truth, if the Rabbi say it, then people will say to them, why you don't worship him? Why you don't follow Muhammad then? In the same time, if you say that it's the same God and Muhammad is Rasul, all Makkah will follow him. So, I will not give it to Muhammad at all. Even if I lie, no problem. Even if I go to hellfire, no problem. But I'm not admitting the truth that Muhammad is the Prophet of Allah. Allah said, they lie because they are liars all the time. And Allah said, when they write agreement with the promise by the name of Allah, they broke the promise. They broke the promise. They deal with it as it's worship, ibadah. It's ibadah. Anyway, so Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he sent the Sahabi, one of the Sahaba, to the tribe of Yahud in Medina, come and support us to defend our and your city. And he sent someone to the non-Muslim kuffar in Medina as well. He sent someone, come and support us, they are invading Medina. If they invade Medina, they will kill us and kill you. Come, at least protect your family, defend them. Defend them. What did they say? Fight between Muhammad and his family, his cousins, nothing to do with that. Then the Prophet sent Sahabi again. He said to him, tell them, okay, I accept that. He cannot force them. Okay, I accept that, but never ever, please, supported our enemy against us. Because in the agreement, if you supported anyone, any enemy invaded Medina, and you supported them, then after the battle, you must leave Medina. Out. Completely out. That's why they said, oh Muhammad, take our families there, I took their money and their houses, even the Quran, read it in the Quran, read it, yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Allah said, Ya Muhammad, you took them out, يخربون بيوتهم بأيديكم وأيديهم من فاعتبروا يا أولي الأبصار ولولا أن كتب الله عليهم الجلاء. So he said, look, Muhammad did it. He killed them and he took their money, he took their horses. That's not true. They broke the agreement. if Muhammad والسلام, find an army attacking Medina to fight the kuffar or the Jew or the Christian, and Rasulullah ﷺ supported them, those enemies. Yeah. After the battle finished, those people say to Rasulullah, leave Medina. You can't stay. You betrayed us. Leave. And he was ready. That's why he said to the Sahaba, don't do anything. Don't do anything to give them an excuse to exile us. You have to be careful. So that is the condition. That is the condition. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he finished the battle, he contacted those rabbis and he told them, you have so and so days, you must leave Medina according to the contract you agree of and you signed. Leave. So they left. Some people of Yahud, they disagree before. They disagree about what the Jews doing. So they said to Rasulullah, we are innocent from what they're doing. We are not with them. Those Yahud, they remain in Medina with their business, with their houses, with their children. And you read, all of us, we have read that when the Prophet ﷺ died, he said to Ali and to Aisha, he said, pay the shopkeeper, the Jews, shopkeeper. I took some food, but because I have no money, I gave him my shield. And that shield is very expensive. It's not metal. No, it's not metal. It's very, very strong and very expensive. So the Prophet said to him, to the Jewish man, shopkeeper, he said, give me so and so food for my family and keep this with you. If I don't pay you back, then you take it. That's it. Can you imagine your prophet, our prophet, when he sleep at night, wake up in the morning, say to the Sahaba, last night Jibreel took me to the heaven. Last night Jibreel took me to the heaven. And I've seen so and so. I've seen Ibrahim alayhi salam. I've seen Jibreel alayhi salam. I've seen Musa alayhi salam. I've seen all the prophets. I've seen the angel. I've seen the paradise. I've seen the hellfire. Still, because he chosen his life. If you remember, in Mecca, when the Kuffar Quraysh, they told him, oh Muhammad, if you are really angel and you talk to God in the heaven, in the Sama, why he doesn't build a castle for you with gold? Why he did not send a golden ladder so you can climb from here to the from here to the heaven by the ladder? You know, they take it like making, mock. Yeah? Is that. So they said, why you are the prophet, servant of Allah, and you don't have food? Why he did not send to you fruits, food? He said to them, I am only a human messenger. هل كنت إلا بشرا رسولا. You remember when the Prophet ﷺ, he slept in his house in carpet made by tree sticks, very thin, yellow. If you remember it, in Pakistan you find al-hasir in Arabic. It's called hasir in Arabic. So when somebody sleep at this carpet, when you woke up you find line here, mark in his body. Yeah, he was sleeping there. He was sleeping there. Then Omar knocked. He came. He looked at the Prophet. When he woke up, he found all the mark of these tree sticks marked in the Prophet's face, Prophet's hand. He cried. He said to him, "Why you cry, Omar?" He said, "Ya Rasulullah, Kisra and the Caesar in Sham and Faris, those kings, they are the enemy of God. And they, they sleep in very soft feather and silk material, silk. And you are the Rasul of Allah. You sleep over this hard material." He laughed and he said, "Ya Umar, is it not enough? They have the dunya and we have the akhirah. Dunya for them." Now we look at people now outside. If you go to town, yeah, boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, outside the pub, drinking. You look at the bingo, full. You look at the nightclub, wow. Teenagers, little girls, half naked. You look at all of that. Don't say, "I wish it's halal." Be careful. Some people say, "We wish wine alcohol is halal. We wish zina is halal." Why? I want to enjoy myself. And when the man embraced Islam, young man embraced Islam, and he said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Ya Rasulullah, I've heard everything about Islam, but something I need you to give me permission to do it." He said, "What?" He said, "Zina, adultery." Now, if somebody came to me here now, anyone, and asked me this question, I would slap his face. Get out, astaghfirullah, you are swearing at him. And the Prophet said, what is it? He said, "Adultery, zina. Give me permission." He said, "No problem." But do you accept it? People make zina with your mother? Oh no. Do you accept it? People make zina with your sister? Oh no. Do you accept people make zina to your wife? Oh no. He said, then other people didn't accept it. If you accepted it, then you have to let people do it to your family. So he said, "Ya Rasulullah, ask Allah to forgive me." This is the hikmah. Wisdom. Answer with wisdom. So people look at all these enjoyment. If you go to, for example, you go to very expensive city, London or South, you find people living in castles, people living in, mashallah, what to say? Unbelievable. Look at their garden, look at their car, you find inside the fence, you can see Porsche, Rolls Royce, all expensive cars. Don't say, I wish. Only go do lottery. Only go £1 lottery. I will get it. I will do all of that. And Allah will forgive me. Allah will forgive me. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Ya Umar, dunya for the kuffar, Jannah for the Muslims. Don't you agree and happy that Allah promised us Jannah? And he said, don't you know that Allah said the hellfire surrounded by everything nice? Alcohol, dancing, zina, bingo, lotteries, whatever you want to do. He said, this is the hellfire. And the Jannah surrounded by hardship. You find outside, no zina, no gambling, no riba, no killing, no rape, for example. No. This all beautiful things for people, but Allah said, don't do it. And you know, sometimes it's happened to any one of us. It happened to me before. Some non-Muslims, they came, embraced Islam, and they say, is it possible to finish my beer in the fridge? I still got 5-6 bottles or cans. Can I still go to the nightclub? What shall I do to my girlfriend? I have one here, one in Manchester, one in Cardiff, one in Malaysia, one in Singapore, one in China. You say, no, that's not Islam. If you want to be a Muslim, don't do these things. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made it clear to us, Ya Umar, oh Umar, aren't you happy that Allah gave us the akhirah and He gave them the dunya? Jibreel alayhi salam came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said to him, Ya Rasulullah, Allah says salam to you. And He asked you to choose. If you want to be to be a prophet and king, the mountain in Mecca, I will change it gold for you. And Allah said, be, it will be. It's not like us digging, looking at the gold. No. Allah said, be, it will be. So Jibreel alayhi salam, the angel, he said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah said to you, if you want to be a king and prophet and messenger, I will change the gold, the mountain of Mecca, gold. It's only for you. Like Prophet Dawood, he was king. His son Sulaiman, he was king. And he said, Sulaiman, peace be upon him, he said, Oh Allah, grant me power. You never ever gave it to anyone before me and after me. Don't give it to anyone after me. And you didn't give it to anyone before me. Yeah. So Allah said, what is the power Solomon or Sulaiman asked? Allah gave him dunya in front of him. His father David or Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah gave him the dunya and akhirah. Dunya, he was a king. He used to live in a castle. MashaAllah. And gold, silver, horses. If you read the, I think one of the surah, when Sulaiman watching his horses, thousand horses brought to him. That's all belonged to him. All belonged to him. So he was a king and prophet. David, Dawood alayhi salam, he was a king and he was a prophet. But how they spend their life. How they spend their life. Is this counting money every day? Taking tax from people every day? Open the jail to the innocent people? Hang the people who say La ilaha illallah? Burn anyone say we need our freedom, we live like slaves? Dawood alayhi salam was like this. First, when Allah gave him this power, David, peace be upon him, he had a promise with Allah, which is to fast one day and break fast next day. One in, one out, one in, one out, one in, one out, except Ramadan, 30 days or 20 days, he cannot do it one by one. He must do it all 30 days. But look, all his life, you can say half of his life, fasting. Fasting. That is Prophet Dawood alayhi salam. Also, he used to pray at night. Pray at night, tahajjud. He used to pray tahajjud. When he feels tired or want to sleep, open his room door. Next one is his son. He called him. Yes, father, I'm going to sleep, start to pray now. When the son pray, and tired, he knocked the door of the next to him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran that the house or the palace or the castle of Dawood, 24 hours, the meaning, 24 hours worshiping. No time, there is no 1 minute without anyone worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gave him the power. Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, Allah gave him power more than his father David or Dawood alayhi salam. More. Sulaiman alayhi salam, Allah gave him the language of the animals. Language of the animals. He speaks with them. Sulaiman alayhi salam, he used to control the jinn and the devils. He used to catch them by his hand. He used to command the wind to take him from place to place. No flight. There were no flight, no airplane, no Airbus. But the wind, he called the wind, take me to Pakistan. That's why once he was flying and a farmer, very poor farmer, he was throwing the seed in the ground or in the land, and he looked at Sulaiman flying, nothing underneath him. There is no flight target. No, you see somebody flying, nothing under his feet. So he looked at him. He's very high now, and he said, "Oh, Allah gave you power, king. Allah gave you a great kingdom, Ya Sulaiman. Now he is in the ground, the other one is, I don't know how many meters or how many feet. Then Sulaiman commanded the wind to go back to this guy. He came, then he said to him, can you tell me what did he say? Repeat. He said, I said, Ya Sulaiman and family, Allah gave you a great power with a great kingdom. What did he say, Sulaiman? He said to him, I've heard you when you threw the seeds, You say Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allah Akbar. Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allah Akbar. Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allah Akbar. Bismillah. I've heard you doing this tasbih. Wallahi, one tasbih you are doing here better than the kingdom of Sulaiman and Dawood. Better than the kingdom of Sulaiman and Dawood alayhi salam. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we go back to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, we go back to the main point, which is the Treaty of Medina. And what was the conditions? And everybody, Muslim and non-Muslims, they were happy. They were happy to sign it. In the battle, that's in 1 week when the Prophet arrived to Medina. 1 week he has to do it. There is a new law. Elizabeth passed away. Charles said, no, my way is not like my mama. I want to change things. I want to put my photos in the 20 pound or 50 pound only. My mom photo only in the 5 pound. I'll just give you examples. Now the Prophet ﷺ came with the power. Will he say to the non-Muslim in Medina, hey, you have to follow me now. I am the powerful man here. I am the king here. No. He was keen to see peace in Medina until people of Mecca, they've heard that Muhammad ﷺ, he wasn't interested to a leadership, as they say, oh, he want to be leader of Mecca. He want to be millionaire of Mecca. He want to be a rich man in Mecca. That's what they said. Now he's in Medina. Did he say, I want to be a king? No. Did he say, I want to be a rich, 5 pound each, 10 pound each? No. Never. So, this is an example of the peaceful Islam and religion. If you remember in the history, there is, after the Khulafa al-Rashidin, radiallahu ta'ala anhum, after Rasulullah passed away, Hazrat Abu Bakr, number 1. Number 2, Hazrat Umar Faruq radiallahu ta'ala. Number 3, Hazrat Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala. Number 4, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala. Number 5, Hazrat Al-Hasan ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib. He ruled 6 months. 6 months. He was Khalifa al-Muslimin. And then he gave it to Hazrat Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. Okay? And then start from Muawiyah, because Rasulullah, he said, after my death, Khilafah will be 30 years only. And then it will go to a kingdom system. So like Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, he was Sahabi, and he was writing the Quran when the Prophet, when the Jibreel visited the Prophet with revelation, he used to write the Quran. In the same time, he was a brother-in-law of Rasulullah. He used to sleep with the wife of Rasulullah because she is his sister, Habiba. Ramla, her name Ramla, daughter of Abu Sufyan, his sister. So when the Prophet used to come to Habiba, he find her brother there. He said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the latest ayat? I want to write it. So he used to write, and the Prophet said, keep this in place where the Quran be in order. So when he became a Khalifa, he changed the rules to, he said, oh, in the time of Uthman, we did election, but some people, they abused it. And in the time of Ali radiallahu ta'ala, again, so instead of Muslim fighting, killing each other, I will do it. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's right, by the way. I will do it, make crown prince my son. If I die, my son will be next Khalifa. If he dies, his son will be his Khalifa or brother. So start the kingdom of Bani Umayyah. For about 94 or 95 years. This is 1445. When it was 95, 94, only 95, 94 year. Yeah. Kingdom of Bani Umayyah, Khilafah is finished. Why? Because they did not rule like the system of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam in Medina. Treaty of Medina. He made, or they made, their families, they are princes and princess. You call them Amir, Amira, buying palaces, buying gardens, buying lands. They have plenty money, while people suffering in the street. After 94 years, finished. One of them, he ran away to Egypt, from Syria to Egypt, and then Libya, because his grandmother from the Berber of Libya, and he went to Tunisia, and then went to Morocco and Maghreb, until he reached, you can see the Jabal Tariq. You know Jabal Tariq? Jabal Tariq? Jabal Tariq, yeah? Yeah, Jabal Tariq. Why they call it Jabal Tariq? Jabal Tariq, mountain of Tariq ibn Ziyad, who conquered Al-Andalus. So this man, he ran away from Medina, Damascus, and then he went to Egypt, and they followed him. They want to kill him. The new Khalifa, different religion, different tribe, sorry. So they used to follow to kill all of them, revenge. So he ran away till he reached Andalus. How many years the Umayyad, Bani Umayyah, how many years Umayyad ruled in Andalus? Anyone can answer? 800 years. 800 years. Why? Why they failed in Damascus? Why they failed in Damascus and they only stayed 94 years? And they have Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, radiallahu ta'ala, Yazid ibn Abi Sufyan, and then Khalid ibn Yazid, he left it, and then Marwan ibn Hakam, and then Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, and then Walid ibn Abdul Malik, and then Sulaiman ibn Abdul Malik, and then Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, radiallahu ta'ala, and then what's his name? Yazid ibn Abdul Malik, and then Hisham ibn Abdul Malik, and then Walid ibn Yazid, and then Yazid ibn Walid, and then Marwan al-Himar. Sorry about this term, but that's what they call him. So it's finished there. 94 years, finished. The Abbasids who took over, they remained only 400 years, and then they finished. They finished. But when Hisham, grandson of the Khalifa Hisham, his name is Abdul Rahman ibn Muawiyah ibn Hisham ibn Abdul Malik ibn Marwan ibn al-Hakam ibn Umayyah, he fled to Al-Andalus, and they remained, his sister remained 800 years Islam. By what? Why this Abdul Rahman, when he ran away and his family power finished in the East, which is the Arab cities, Middle East, and then he won when he ran away to Al-Andalus, he ruled Al-Andalus, he, his son, great son, grandson, for 800 years. What made it failed here while 500 kilometers from Mecca, Medina? Him in Andalus, 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers or miles to reach Mecca, Medina. How come he remained 800 years? I mean the kingdom. When he died, Abdul Rahman ibn Muawiyah, when he died, he ruled the Khilafah in Andalus 50 years. And then his son, when he died, his son, he remained maybe 20 years, and then his other son took over, and son. Still 800 years, they ruled. Why? Because Abdul Rahman ibn Muawiyah, when he arrived to Al-Andalus, people came to say welcome. He found people with a cross, black jubba, black cloak, and cross. And he's seen the Jewish hat. They're coming to say, welcome to Andalus. Whoa. That means Al-Andalus is different than Damascus. He then changed the law, changed the way, not the law, changed the way that his father, his grandfather, great-grandfather did it, and they remained only 90 years, and then they've been killed, all of them. Whoever remained, they killed. Except this one, he ran away to Andalus, Spain. Yeah? So he said, now I am ruling people, Muslim and non-Muslims, Christian, Jews, Faris. So he declared the constitution, the Prophet Treaty in Medina. The Prophet Treaty in Medina. He did the same sunnah from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He done the same. Abdul Rahman in Andalus, yeah, he done the same in Andalus, which is every religion, they have the right to practice their religion. And no one in Andalus will fight with enemy of anybody in Andalus. And then he made, or he chose rabbi or two rabbi and priest. Yeah, he chosen them to be his religion advisor. Now, if this masjid, for example, in Muslim country, power, and then the Jews and Christian, and fire worshipper, cow worshipper, all those coming, I would say, listen, all of them put in the jail. They worship Allah, or I chop your head. When you've seen them, he remembered the Treaty of Medina. He put the Treaty of Medina, the constitution. Yeah? So he said to one rabbi, I want you to be my religion advisor in the Jewish religion. You, priest, my religion advisor in the Christian issues. What does it mean? If you want to do something in a church, or demolish graveyard or church to make road or to make something, he has to take advice from this priest. If you want to do something and this will hurt or damage in the Jewish community or their synagogues, he used to call that rabbi and he said to him, give me advice, what shall I do? And he used to pay them wages. Also, if anything happened to any Christian in the city in Andalus, yeah, from Muslim or non-Muslim, any oppressors, any zulm, oppressors from anyone in Andalus against the Christian or the Jews, hey, they cannot go to the Khalifa. Oh, if you want to see Khalifa, then you have 500 bodyguards, one after one. Impossible to complain. Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala, Abdurrahman ibn Muawiyah, his name Abdurrahman, son of Muawiyah. Rahimahullah, he knew this would happen, so he said to the Christian, if you have any issue, any zulm on you, anybody oppressing you, talk to your priest, he will come to me because he's my advisor. If anything happened to the Jews, same. Your rabbi is my advisor, tell him what is the complaint, I will sort it out. So they came to him. They said, for example, the priest, there is a horse competition, and that's happened in Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala in Egypt, when Christian Egyptian did a race with son of the Amir, and he won. The Christian won the race with the horse. He slapped him. He said, I am the son of the Amir. I am the son of Amir Egypt. My father is the Amir. You, Christian, Egyptian, mean you are low class. You won. Slap him in his face. Do you think this Egyptian, yes, astaghfirullah, it's okay. No, he didn't say that. He left to Medina straight away. He took his horse and left to Medina until he reached Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala. He said, I am Copt Christian from Egypt. He said, welcome. How can I help you? That's exactly what Umar radiallahu ta'ala said. How can I help you? He knew this man came all the way from Egypt. That means there is a person. He told him the story. I had a race with the son of Hazrat Amr ibn al-As radiallahu ta'ala, Amir of Sultan of Egypt. I won the race. He slapped me and he said, how dare you win, and I am the son of the noble family. He said, sit down here. Take a break. Go ask one of the Sahaba, go give him food. Stay till I call you. He sent a letter to Egypt. He said to Amr, Khalid Sultan, you and your son, I want you to be here in Medina. Sultan of Egypt or Amir of Egypt, and his son who slapped that Egyptian. Father told his son, why Umar asked to bring you and me only? Why not any other one from your brothers? He said, I don't know, but if he forget. He did not expect the Egyptian run away to Medina, complain to Hazrat Umar for the injustice, and he want justice from Umar. When the Sultan or the Amir of Egypt arrived, he said, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin, oh Khalifa, what's the matter? You asked me and my son to come. He said, just sit down. He asked Sahabi, bring the Egyptian. So he came and he said to Amr ibn al-As, do you know this guy? He looked at him, no, I don't know. He said, ask your son. He asked his son, do you know this guy? He said, yes. Who is he? He said, that's Egyptian, me and him. Done race, people watching, and he won. I lost. People look at me and they say, you are son of the How come son of the Sultan? How come a normal person from the people, poor or whatever, call them, he won and he lost. So he said, something burning in my heart, I slapped him in his face. And I told him, you won. On me, I am the son of the high noble family. Slap. Then Umar bin Khattab, radiallahu ta'ala, he looked at the Sultan, the Amir, father of the boy. He said, do you know about this incident? He said, Wallahi, I don't know. Then Umar, what did he say? Oh, khalas, it's okay. You don't know, it's okay, go. What did he say? He said, how dare you? I put you Amir in a city and you don't know what's going on there. He wants to run away, I don't know. Now he's in the trap. He said, the Amir must know everything. Anybody oppressed someone, he must know. Give the right. Justice. I told you to rule Egypt with the justice. No difference between Muslim and non-Muslim. No difference between Coptic Christian and Muslims. No different. And then he asked the Egyptian, come son. He came, slapped him in his face. He said, it's enough. I am happy. جزاك الله خير. جد منك يا جامعة. لا راحتك. المدرسة.
لا الأطفال هم يعني.
خليك يقول. If you are not here, I will say you don't. Bismillah. So he said to him, slap him in his face as he slapped him. He said, no. Khalas, I took my right. I'm happy because I've seen justice. Umar and justice. When you say Umar, you said justice. When you say justice, you say Umar. Al-Adl. Al-Adl. So he said to him, either you slap him or I slap you and him. Take your right now. So he came to Amir's son and he said to him, slap him exactly the same way he slapped you. He slapped him. Then Hazrat Umar, he took his stick. He said to the Egyptian, go now, and he started beating the Amir and his son with a stick. And he said to him, how dare Allah created them free and you want to put them under your feet like slaves. متى استعبدتم الناس وقد ولدتهم أمهاتهم أحرارا. He said, when? He said to Sultan, when you put these people under your feet, that means slaves. Yeah? And they was born free. There is no one was born slave. No one. You can't say, oh, he's slave, he's coming. No. There is no one came slave. So he came free. People then made him slave after. But when his mother gave birth to him, he was free. And then Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he wanted to give the justice. He said to Amr, do you know why I beat you? He said, no. He said, because there is zulm happened in your city and you don't know. Also, worst extra problem, your son did this. This is the justice. So Hazrat Sulaiman, alayhi salatu wasalam, when Allah gave him the power And he said, هب لي ملكا لا ينبغي, never ever give me power, kingdom, no one before or after me will get it. So Allah gave him the power of Sulaiman. And you know the story of the ant. Ant. So the kuffar of Makkah, they said to the Prophet ﷺ, because they heard about Sulaiman alayhi salam, they heard about Dawood alayhi salam, they've heard about John, Yahya, they've heard about Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, they've heard about Moses, Musa alayhi salam, they've heard about Ibrahim, they heard about Ismail, they heard about Yaqub, they heard about Yusuf. He used to be the, you can say, the prime minister or the minister of Egypt. They know, most of them, they used to live in a very beautiful big palaces with the power. So they said to him, to Muhammad, he said, why, if you are really prophet, your God, why did not make this the mountain of Mecca gold for you? Why you haven't got a ladder come from the heaven or from the sky and you climb to Allah if you are really prophet? If you are really prophet, why Allah did not make you a king? So Jibreel alayhi salam, he came to Rasulullah and said, Ya Muhammad, as-salam, say as-salam to you. And he said to you, if you want to be a king and prophet, now I will change the mountain of Mecca all gold for you, gold. He said, no, tell my Allah, my God, no. He said, what do you want then? He said, I want to be servant, slave to Allah. Slave to Allah. I mean, normal person. Not only normal, less than the poor persons, the poor of the poor. The poor or the poorest of the poor. The lowest one. He said, I want to be like those poor people. So I eat one day, thank Allah. No food. Second day, I pray, ask Allah. That means I want to be my days. Today, thank Allah. Tomorrow, dua to Allah. After tomorrow, thank Allah for what He gave me. Day after, we ask Allah dua. And that's Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Jazakumullah khair for listening. Wa barakallahu feekum. I'm sorry for the delays. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide me and guide you to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and make our dua is the end of this lecture. And don't forget, next week, very important lecture for the children. Please, next Sunday, I think is the 10th? Yeah, 10th, yeah? Or the 7th? 10th. Next Sunday, like this time, Maghrib time, there will be a lecture for children. Inshallah, it will be delivered by my son Al-Hussein, because he did it in the mosques of Liverpool to teach the children, because he knows better than me and better than us in the English system in the schools, for example. What is maybe Hamid knows because he was a teacher, he knows the system, but our new brothers who came from different countries, asylums, and they still don't know what is the rules in Christmas time. They don't know. Baba, they took us to the church. Okay, go. Baba, they gave us clothes, and they say Mary married Joseph and Jesus, and they confuse them. So to the children, please, next Sunday, children, even their fathers, they can stay with them, and their mothers, listen to the advices from someone like you. still pupil or still student. Inshallah next Sunday بإذن الله تعالى. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك اللهم لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. نستغفرك اللهم من جميع الذنوب والخطايا ونتوب إليك. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك يا ربنا سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات رب العالمين. اللهم انصر الإسلام وأعز المسلمين. اللهم كن مع إخواننا في غزة. اللهم كن معهم عونا ونصيرا. اللهم تقبل أمواتهم شهداء. اللهم احمل حافيهم واكسو عليهم واسقي يا رب ظمآنهم. اللهم أطعمهم يا رب العالمين واحميهم بحمايتك. اللهم احميهم بحمايتك يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن معهم عونا ونصيرا. اللهم كن معهم عونا ونصيرا. اللهم كن مع إخواننا في كل مكان. اللهم كن مع إخواننا في اليمن، كن مع إخواننا في سوريا، ومع إخواننا في مصر، ومع إخواننا في تونس وليبيا والمغرب والجزائر وكل بلاد المسلمين. كن مع إخواننا في الروهينجا، كن مع إخواننا في المغرب، كن مع إخواننا في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. كن مع إخواننا في أفغانستان وبنغلاديش، كن مع إخواننا في السودان يا رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. جزاكم الله خير وبارك الله فيكم والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.